Today I'm going to metal detect around the abandoned gold mining town of Old Halls Creek in Western Australia. There should be plenty of targets in the area and I'm looking forward to swinging the Equinox outside the gazetted area of the ghost town. But also I'm going to have a look at the creek downstream because that was and still is a popular spot on hot days like today. Oh, I got it. A 28-ounce nugget was found not far from here. We've got relics, gold is here as well. It should be an interesting day. I'm looking forward to it. I just made my first interesting find after digging a few targets which really weren't all that interesting. I dug out a file. Looks like a very old one. I don't know if they used them for the horses or I don't know what other purposes they had with a file like this. It's quite big. I just dug out an old Fanta can. Unfortunately, not in such a good condition. I'm getting a lot of targets at once. I should probably think about getting a smaller coil for the Equinox 800. It's very hard with a big coil when there are so many targets around. So I might just have to decide which numbers to dig and which ones to ignore and trying to filter out which numbers don't jump around. This is so cool. A marble. How funny. We had the same ones in Germany when I was a kid. I really haven't found too many interesting things yet, but I'm also hoping to get a nugget maybe around these diggings because there's so much trash around. Not many people would have been able to detect here. So the 28 ouncer is only just around the corner here and they camped basically on the gold. But nobody gets it all. There's gotta be some around here. I might find a coin, I might find a nugget, who knows? I'll keep persisting until I find something interesting. Sometimes I get really funny surprise targets here, but I'm learning how to use the Equinox and how to read the different numbers. And speaking about that, if anybody knows what a 28-ounce nugget sounds like on the Equinox, which number it rings up at, please let me know. This one here is not a 20-ounce nugget. It's an old sardine tin. There are quite a few of those lying around. It says something made in Belgium, but there's also London on it and I can't see a year. I can only imagine how busy it was out here back in the day when they had their tents and swags and there was trade happening. They changed the gold for supplies. Pretty amazing to read about those stories and the times back in the days where the first pioneers discovered gold. Now we're out here in our four-wheel drives. It's all half comfortable. And sometimes we're still complaining about the heat, so it would have been a big struggle back in the day and not everybody survived the journey or the harsh conditions out here. I definitely have something different here. I got a bit excited when I felt the weight in my hand and in the scoop when I went through the dirt. It's a heavy chunk of some sort of a material. It's heavy like a nugget, but it really doesn't look like it. But I'm not sure what material that is. It could be lead. Big chunk of lead. Oh, it is lead. Yeah, shiny, silvery. That would be a massive chunk of lead. I've got no idea what they did with that. Gold was first discovered in this area in 1885. Then mining supplies came from all over the world and so did the miners. And from places as far as California, they shipped in the supplies and the machinery and the people. When the Great Northern Highway was being built, they decided to move the whole town of Old Halls Creek up to the spot where Halls Creek is lying now, right next to the highway. Out here in Old Halls Creek, not much is left really. It's quite interesting to see the ruins and just to imagine what it was like back in the day. It looks like a heart on, I don't know what it is yet. Made in England. ACE. Oh, it's an old padlock. An old broken padlock. Ah, it's hot. It looks like a nut and the grass has grown through it. Yeah, that is. That's probably the other part of the nut that I just found. made my way down into the main creek now, where I'm hoping it's going to be a bit cooler. I've dug a fair few targets already this morning and I've been out here for quite a few hours now. So this will be a good spot here in the shade. I think it's a coin. It's a coin. Oh, I dropped it. Wow. 1 penny 1912. Commonwealth of Australia. I did get a coin for the day. Oh, I was so hoping to get one down in the creek. But yeah, very strong signal. I'm very, very happy with this coin. 1912. That would have been in the high peak of the gold rush. And what a good spot to spend a hot day like this. Unreal. I'm enjoying myself down here in the creek. There are not many places that are cooler than this. I think it's funny that I found the coin in a spot where I definitely swing the 7000 as well. In between the rock bars here, right in the middle of the main creek. I'm gonna work my way around this little shady spot here and see if I can get any more targets. Got a target in a really hard-packed crevice here. Just somewhere in here, and these rocks here are jammed in there like they are cemented. I think that's a zebra stone. I just removed some gravel here, hard effort. Sweat is dripping into my eyes. So these are very hard packed rocks and I think that's the edge of a coin. Have a look at that. It could still be something else, but it definitely looks like the edge of a coin. I really don't want to damage it, so I'll just try and remove those rocks next to the coin so that I can get some room in there. And I'm glad I bought a hoof pick. I couldn't find a crevicing tool and this was the closest thing I could find. And I reckon, oh yes, it's working. Oh, that is so much better. Oh, I got it. I got it. Let's have a look what it says. I can't see much yet. I can see Australia and maybe, 1990? No, that can't be. 1950. It could be a 1 penny from 1950. What an awesome spot. Second coin already, and I spent hours up there without finding anything really. I'm just gonna give this coin a quick wash. But it seems to be pretty crusty on this side here. I can't get it off. And I don't want to play with it too much because it can damage the patina of the coin. So I'm just going to leave it as it is. I can see a kangaroo on there. It says Australia. I can see penny and 1950. Really cool find. I have a good spot to come back to with the equinox here. I'm still getting more targets and more signals. I had a long day, I had an early start, and I've spent a lot of hours out here by now. There's a lot of history out here for sure, and I haven't even shown you a little fraction of it yet. If you want to see a video about the gold mining related history of Old Halls Creek, let me know. I could even do a town tour through the current town. I really enjoy using the Equinox. It's a lightweight machine compared to the GPZ 7000 that I usually swing. I'll definitely have another detect in that creek. There will be plenty hot days to come where I'm looking forward for a little bit of shade in the creek, and I'll be happy to swing my metal detector then. I've had a few days to do my research about my finds. I looked up my coins, of course, but before we're gonna have a look at the coins, I'm gonna show you my other treasures. Here they are, my precious finds. Of course, plenty of ring pulls and lids and bottle tops, sardine tin opener. This on here is a pencil sharpener. I'm not sure what that one was doing out there. The padlock, it says ACE made in England. And then of course we've got a marble and a few other bits and pieces and a big chunk of lead. It really is lead because I scratched it up there in the top corner, and it's shiny silvery and it's heavy like lead. It would have been a good chunk of gold, but unfortunately it's just lead. That would have been close to 3 ounces if that was a nugget. Too bad it's just a lead nugget. The penny from 1950 is not all that rare. It was printed 21 million times and was minted in Perth. I'm really happy with the condition of the 1912 penny compared to the one from 1950. The one from 1950 is a bit crusty, especially on one side, but at least I can see the kangaroo and the 1 penny line with the marking on one side of the coin. The coin from 1912 is in a very good condition, and I'm very happy with that find. This coin was minted 3.6 million times and was minted with a H just above the numbers 9 and 1 from 1912. The H stands for Heaton in London. You can't really see a H. First I thought I might have had a very rare coin here, but I think the H is just faded because there is no record of that coin being minted without it. While I did my research about the pennies, I found out that a 1 penny coin from 1930 would be one of the rarest Australian coins. I really enjoyed my little treasure hunt with the Equinox. As usual, you find links in the description for the gear that I use. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and then hopefully I'm gonna see you all again next week. Stay safe out there.